it on the page, and all of a sudden I felt a little bit less confident about it. But happy birthday to you. I did see somebody say their birthday is on September 3rd, so happy future birthday. We will be back by then, so we can wish you a happy birthday day of. I am back. Hello, Valium. I'm happy to be back. I was watching yesterday. Deshola, his schedule is shifted, so on weeks where he hosts on a different day than everyone else. Usually we have another host in on Thursdays, and who knows, someday it might be just all other people, and you won't have to hear me sing anymore, or you won't get to hear me sing anymore. Depends on how you feel about it, but that day is not anytime soon, as far as I know. So, hello once again. These games have been so fun. I love doing these pop culture TV themed games because you do so well, and you have crushed it this week so far, like on an impressive scale. I think in the 2 days, and I'm checking right now because I have this information available to me as the all-knowing person around the game, we've averaged over 10,000 winners each day. So it gets a little harder as the week goes on, but these are TV games, and you all seem to know your TV. So you may be helping one another. You may be hurting one another. I do see the comments go through as a question appears, and there are some people in the comments who are helping, some people who aren't. So if you're depending on the comments to get you through, that's a coin toss. I can't, I'm not officially endorsing that as a strategy to win this game. I want to be very clear. All right, folks, it's about time to get started. You're traveling through another dimension, a dimension not only of sight and sound, but of mind. A journey into a wondrous land whose boundaries are that of imagination. That's a signpost up ahead. Your next stop. This TV edition of Daily Trivia Live, of course. This is the mobile game show where you win money from the comfort of your phone. You unlock this door with the key of information. Beyond it is another dimension, a dimension of sound, a dimension of sight, a dimension of today's grand prize. Take a look. There it is. We got $1,000 for you when you correctly answer 10 multiple choice TV trivia questions. It is you will win your share of it. It's inevitable. But also in this game, you will earn one bonus SB for every question you get right after question number 1, even if you've already been eliminated. Here's how it works. If you win the game today, those bonus SB that you've been racking up throughout are automatically added on top of your share of the grand prize. If you don't win the grand prize, there's nothing to add on top of, but you will not automatically get those bonus SB. You will have to claim them at the end of the game in order to keep them. But that's real simple. Number 1, don't leave. Number 2, click the button that appears on the screen at the end of the game. It's that simple. And then the SB are yours. The only way you lose them is by leaving. Here's another reason to stick around. The first time you get a question wrong, as long as it's before question number 10, you can rejoin to get another shot at the grand prize. Now, there are 2 ways to rejoin, of course. One of them is using an SB, by which I mean one SB. The other, more preferable way, is with a free rejoin. And if you click the plus sign in the top left-hand corner of the main menu anytime a game is not happening, you can get free rejoins just by watching videos. But of course, this is no ordinary week. This is a second chance week, which means you are getting 3 free rejoins for each game you play, credited before the following game begins. Now, I want to be clear, these are live games because there's also the Daily Trivia Challenge. I'll get into that later. But for these live games, each one you play, you get 3 free rejoins. Finally, another reason why you stick around, another reason why you claim those SB at the end of the game is each game, we give away 5 100 SB prizes to 5 players who win or win and claim at least one SB in the game. Here are the winners from Tuesday who have already been credited. They're enjoying 100 SB, probably sipping margaritas on a beach somewhere, enjoying that 100 SB prize they got just by showing up and earning an SB and claiming. But hey, everybody else, you can take that vacation too. So keep playing and claiming because next time the winner could be you. Now that you have all the info, it's time to travel into the trivia zone with question number 1. Here it is. Brian the talking dog is the Griffin household pet on what show? Is it American Dad, South Park, or Family Guy? Brian the talking dog. In a family full of weirdos, of course the dog is the voice of reason, although Brian's dark side occasionally peeks out in episodes of Family Guy. He's not a Boy Scout or a Dog Scout. 89% of you knew Family Guy was the answer. The majority of the people who did not get that correct answered the other Seth MacFarlane created series, American Dad. But unfortunately, that means 11% of you are going to have to use your rejoin already, and it looks like you already have, along with some of our stragglers. We have almost 15,000 people in grand prize contention right now, and here's some good news. Every question you get right from here on out gets you one bonus SB. So let's get into that right now. This is question number 2. On which game show are you trying to solve word puzzles? Is it Wheel of Fortune, Card Sharks, or Hollywood Squares? It's essentially a game of hangman, right? Why do we love game shows so much? I think it's because they feel attainable. We've all played hangman before, so why couldn't we do well solving those Wheel of Fortune puzzles? Why not? 94% of you knew Wheel of Fortune was the answer. Well done. Now hosted by Ryan Seacrest, who's doing a very good job after decades of Pat Sajak, who of course was the host I grew up with and was still the host during my adulthood as recently as the last year. All right, let's move on to question number 3, worth one bonus SB if you get it right. Which pop star had a wardrobe malfunction at the 2004 Super Bowl? Is it Keith Urban, Aretha Franklin, or Janet Jackson? It was a very famous pop culture moment. It did happen 21 years ago, but it's still talked about. She hasn't been back to the Super Bowl since, but the man who caused the malfunction, Justin Timberlake, returned a few years later. The woman in the middle of it all was Janet Jackson, of course. He ripped the part of the shirt off, and you know what you saw if you saw it. It was a very controversial moment, but everybody knew Janet Jackson was the answer. Well done. This is the best you've done in any question so far. So we can move on to question number 4, worth one bonus SB if you get it right. Who was the first Saturday Night Live cast member to say live from New York, it's Saturday night? Was it John Belushi, Chevy Chase, or Dan Aykroyd? This was covered in the movie Saturday Night, the recent drama. The show's first ever cold open featured head writer Michael O'Donoghue giving English lessons to John Belushi, only to keel over. It is punctuated by Chevy Chase entering as a crew member and delivering the infamous opening line. It was Chevy Chase. John Belushi was there, but he was faking the heart attack that his English teacher had in the middle of a sentence. Unfortunately, that was a tough question. Only 49% of you getting that one right. Of course, Chevy Chase did it the most that first season. I think almost every time he was the one who delivered it, and it would be paired with some pratfall that he would do. Yakko Warner, lucky guess. Is that because you were trapped in the water tower on the Warner Brothers lot, so you didn't get to watch SNL? Is that what's going on? All right, of the 51% of you that got eliminated, a ton of you came back in. Well done. We are on to question number 5 now, worth one bonus SB if you get it right. Which U.S. president resigned on live television? Is it William Howard Taft, John Quincy Adams, or Richard Nixon? Which U.S. president resigned on live television? You could argue he had a contentious relationship with TV across his political career. 5 o'clock shadow did him in the 1960 presidential election. Then Richard Nixon resigned on TV, and later he got by David Frost at a televised interview. So TV, not a real friend to Richard Nixon, just when he was on Laugh-In. The sock it to me? 96.5% of you, to be very precise, we'll call it 97% of you got that one right. Well done. Let's move on to question number 6 now, worth one bonus SB if you get it right. On Sesame Street, which character dislikes Zoe's pet rock, Rocco? Is it Elmo, Grover, or Big Bird? Even if you don't watch, even if you don't have small kids, this stuff is out on social media. It's out there. At first, he just made fun of Zoe for having a pet rock. Once she started dictating Elmo's behavior based on how Rocco was feeling, Elmo and Rocco became rivals. Elmo is the answer. He does not like Rocco. He's always so happy. And then Rocco. I don't really do a proper Elmo. Sorry, everybody. That's a tough one, though. Only 38% of you getting that one right. Out of the 62% of you that got eliminated, about half of you able to rejoin. So this game a little tougher. We still have over 8,000 people in grand prize contention. Only 4 questions left to go. Next one, worth one bonus SB if you get it right. Home Run saying, never do that impression again. I can't make that promise to you, Home Run. I'm sorry. I'll do my best. Here's question number 7. Which band famously performed on The Ed Sullivan Show in February of 1964? Was it the Rolling Stones, the Beatles, or Led Zeppelin? Who performed on The Ed Sullivan Show? Vowing not to visit the States until they hit number 1 on the charts, they fulfilled their promise with a performance that had teeny boppers across the countries screaming their heads off for the Beatles. The Beatles are the answer. I think they did I Want to Hold Your Hand and She Loves You. Were those the two I think that they performed? Or I Saw Her Standing There. I think they did a few. They did either 2 or 3 songs. There was a magician, I think, or a juggler that was on that show also. They're kind of a footnote of history now. Let's move on to question number 8, worth 1 bonus SB if you get it right. Which TV show features the fictional board game The Cones of Dunshire? Is it Parks and Recreation, The Big Bang Theory, or Friends? Which TV show features the fictional board game The Cones of Dunshire? After losing his job, Ben Wyatt tries a few things out, including creating the most convoluted and confusing board game ever, which became a runner in Parks and Rec. Parks and Recreation is the answer. 65% of you getting that one right. Well done. It's not an easy question right there. The Cones of Dunshire, he creates it, that it's forgotten about, then later on it shows up and people have found it. It's become some sort of underground hit. Unfortunately, Requiem for a Day, his claymation project, did not go as well. Let's move on to question number 9 now, worth 1 bonus SB if you get it right. Here it is. Jay Leno was the longtime host of what talk show? Was it the Today Show, the Tonight Show, or the Afternoon Show? Jay Leno. He took over for Johnny Carson, then sort of handed things off to Conan O'Brien before coming back and ending his Tonight Show run for good so Jimmy Fallon could take over. That Conan thing still sore spot for me, but 5,759 of you knew that answer. You've made it this far and you are ready for our final question. And a reminder to you, Second Chance Week concludes tomorrow at 5 p.m. Pacific Time, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. So come on back, answer more TV questions, get 3 free rejoins no matter how you do in the game, and we will have hints for you up on both the Daily Trivia and Swagbucks official Instagrams tomorrow morning. It'll be on Facebook later in the day, Twitter. It'll be all over the place, so you will have a chance to get an edge in a difficult game. Also, quick reminder that there are 2 ways to get SB from Swagbucks Daily Trivia outside of these live games. The first way is playing our other game mode, the Daily Trivia Challenge, a quick, hostless version of our game that you can play on your schedule up to twice per day. Second is by clicking the More Ways to Earn button wherever you find it in the app. Now, this is actually a secret way you can earn 2 different ways. Even more. One of them is by installing and playing other mobile games on your phone to earn SB. That's really fun. I've done it before. I can vouch for it. The other, of course, is the Daily Tapjoy Wall. It is an offer wall loaded with quick, easy-to-complete offers that will check Daily Discover off of your to-do list in mere minutes. It's a lot of fun. The SB add up really, really quickly, and you can do some quick shots to earn a little bit. You can do more stuff to earn a little bit more. You have so many choices of ways you can earn on that wall. It's like having a million ways to earn in one, and everything I just mentioned will get you SB towards your daily goal as well. So please check it out. You're going to get a smaller version of this image that appears on your screen at the very end after you've claimed or won the grand prize. Please give it a click to try out Tapjoy for the first time, or for the first time today, or the first time since you started this game. This is a winning habit, and I want winning habits for you. I want you all to win. All right. We have 5,768 people who have a shot to win the grand prize in this game, over 15,000 who stuck around to the end, and 1 more bonus SB up for grabs if you can correctly answer question number 10. Here it is. Which game show offers lifelines like Phone a Friend and 50-50? Is it Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, Deal or No Deal, or The Price is Right? Phone a Friend and 50-50. You would think having multiple choice questions with the answers right in front of you would be easy, but we all know that's simply not true, is it? Which made Who Wants to Be a Millionaire's lifelines literal lifelines. We have one here as well. We call it the rejoin. 5,536 people knew that answer and are splitting our grand prize today. Well done. to you. Let's meet a few of these grand prize winners, shall we? Each of you taking home 19 SB in grand prize money, plus the bonus SB you earned along the way. Daryl L. Callum 937, congratulations. Ketty G 23, well done. Joanna Lee Zongo, congratulations. JMMs, congratulations. Jacqueline Gomez of Puppets. Selena Nina, and Mouse Mayhem. Just a few of our grand prize winners. Congratulations to every single one of you, and to those of you who claimed your bonus SB as well. Now that you have all these new SB in your account, you know what to do with them. Redeem them for PayPal cash or gift cards to Amazon, Starbucks, Target, and hundreds of other places. Great job today. We'll see you tomorrow for our Thursday game. I will be here for that. Tell a friend. Let's see if we can get 16,000 people showing up as concurrently live in the game. I'd love to see that. But until then, this has been Daily Trivia Live. Be kind to yourselves and kind to one another. Bye-bye.